So everybody, welcome back. Frank Hudisuk here, and tonight I want to touch on Instagram, something that was in the news just this week where you may have read or heard where Instagram decided to go in and do a data dump, to go in there and purge millions of fake accounts. Now, fortunately for us little people on Instagram, it was mainly directed towards celebrities, people pretty much in sports, in the music world, where uh, there was just a lot of fake material out there. It was creating space, wasted space, valuable space on that platform. And the interesting thing about um, not only Instagram, but on the internet today is that there are more bots. Bots outnumber robots. Bots outnumber actual humans placing comments on the internet. So it's just a huge amount of activity that's being generated from really no legitimate source, just post after post after post. And something I want to go back to is the importance of having a blog to be able to generate organic growth. When you have a blog, it is you. You create the content. Well, first of all, you got to sit back and give it some thought about your audience. And then there's a theme. There's usually a theme that is a common thread in your post. And that's what's going to generate your group of followers. Those people that are going to hang with you, they're going to identify with you, they keep coming back to you to get valuable content. And that's when you begin to share. That's when your group begins to grow. And as far as being an online marketer, that's where you start making your marks as far as, I guess, moving the needle, having the inertia, experience the growth and the success that we all want online. Now, one other sidebar about Instagram that really will set you back. I believe it was Citigroup or Citibank. They went out there and they did a current valuation on Instagram. Now, Instagram's not that old. I believe they were purchased by Facebook back in 2012, and they began 2 years prior. So 2010 basically is when Instagram hit the internet, and that platform started to be used. Well, in 2012, Facebook bought them for $1 billion. $1 billion. Well, the valuation just this week by Citigroup was Instagram had a value of about $35 billion. So in 2 years, you've gone from $1 billion value to a market value of $35 billion. And there's now about 300 million users on Instagram. And Twitter's taken a back seat. They have 284 million. And when you try to grasp these numbers, and then you have the Facebooks and the YouTubes and the Pinterest and all that, there's really no need to have to go and chase new markets. All the people out there for you to be able to attempt to initiate content, they're on these platforms. But don't rely on these platforms to get to where you want to go. If nothing else, hopefully you'll post something on one of these platforms and you'll direct them to your blog. That's where you're going to be able to develop that relationship with these people. Nobody sells anything off of these platforms. This is nothing more than a source for you to be able to gather an audience and hopefully get them moving in your direction. And keep that in mind. If Instagram went out there and did that data dump as far as fake users, I've got to think that not too far down the road, you can have other platforms that are going to want to do the same. Now, as far as us using it, I think we're safe. other than if we go out there and violate the rules and regulations as far as that guides that platform. But I guess the message is don't depend on those platforms to be able to sustain your business. Think about a blog. Think about developing it. Think about the value that you can bring to people. That is really where the market is. And as far as being then be able to offer them other products and services, things that are going to develop them on a business platform and also personally, that's where you're going to get your most mileage out of using any type of social media. So go out there and take a look at what's happening with Instagram. Take a look at all the other platforms, see how they begin to match up. If you're a woman, get out there on Pinterest. It's about 82-84% used by women. That's the platform for you gals to go. So have a great rest of the day because you deserve it, and we'll talk again tomorrow. Take care.